everyone. I'm Matt.
I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
So this week on the guide, we're talking about where to start styling for both leaders and followers, plus how.
So we're breaking down two common anchor variations. First, our hook behind, and second, our cross in front. You can and should practice these on both feet so you have adaptability, but typically, as a follower, I'm doing this with my left foot, and as a leader, I'm doing this with my right foot for our anchor. So, first our hook behind, we're gonna hook our left foot behind our right foot, replace our weight to our right foot, and then step out wherever we're going on our trumpet step. Same thing on the other foot, hook the right foot behind the left foot, replace, and step. One thing that's important to do on this hook behind especially is we want to maintain our contra body movement. So as I step back with my left foot, I don't want to also go back with my left shoulder. This makes me look a little bit like a swinging door. As my left foot goes back, I want to think about trying to maintain or even slightly rotate my left side forward and replace. Same thing on the right foot, forward and replace. This will feel really artificial at first, but keep practicing and it'll get more natural. Second variation we're going to talk about is our cross in front. So from here, again, doesn't matter which foot you start with, we're going to cross in front of our other, replace our weight back, and then step out. On the other side, cross and back. Important technique for this variation, we want to not go too far forward. Even though this is a forward step, I'm kind of hanging back a little bit more. Ultimately, we could style this as more of like a heel swivel sort of thing if we wanted to. That's where my weight should be even if I put my toes down. I don't want to go all the way forward over the foot.
Yes, a common mistake for our leaders or our followers is to treat these hooks behind and crosses in front like rocks where we're falling over our feet and really being out of control with our body weight. If we just do a regular push break and I do a regular anchor, my variation anchor, whether it's a cross in front or a hook behind, should feel just the same to my leader as my traditional anchor. So especially for followers, what we want to think about is that contra body on the cross in front. What that means is as I take my left foot forward, I'm actually making a concerted effort to keep my right hip back in order to not fall forward or collapse the connection in that movement. So as we cross, we're keeping the right hip back as left foot comes forward and replacing the weight on the right foot and then stepping back on the left to achieve that normal feeling anchor position and connection. For our hook behind, we'll start with just a regular push break again. I'm thinking by 3 and hey, I want to try out this variation. On 4, I'm connected to my leader's post. For 5, I'm hooking behind, not moving too far back, only slightly back. For my and, I'm taking that step in place but keeping backward intention so I'm not falling forward. And then for 6, even though my foot comes a little bit forward of that hook, followers, I'm making a concerted effort to keep my whole frame back in connection so the stretchiness on the 6 is even greater than the stretchiness on the 5 of that hook variation. Footwork styling, particularly on the anchor, is a great place to start styling for both leaders and followers because every single pattern in West Coast Swing contains an anchor where we're ending one movement and preparing for the next. So we encourage you to start here with your styling.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You can check us out online at mattdavisswing.com. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter as Rising Tide Swing Dance Studio.
Bye.